everyone, how's it going? This is my first video in a three-part series about study abroad and some helpful tips to make sure that you have the best experience possible. My name is Becca, and yeah, let's get started. As you can see, I have this huge table of stuff on it. This is pretty much just in what to pack, study abroad essentials tip. Obviously this might not, everything's not going to apply to everybody, but just keep some things in mind as I go through. So the first thing that I'll show you guys is this. This is, as one could probably guess, an iPad. I love my iPad, I love reading, and I think tablets and readers are a really good way to pass time, especially when you're going through like long hours of traveling, or you're just bored and need something to do. They're small, they're compact, it'll save battery on your phone or your laptop, and is much smaller to move around and stuff while you're sitting on a plane or on a bus somewhere, and also just help save battery and avoid using something else. So definitely keep this in mind. If you have one, maybe you should bring one. And yeah, so for the next thing I guess I'll do is this is just an OtterBox case. I'm only bringing this up because when you go abroad, even if you're not going to be using your phone to text or call people, our smartphone camera cases, or cameras I mean, are really amazing. So you most likely won't need a digital camera unless you're really into photography. So that being said, if you're going to be like walking around taking pictures with your phone, make sure that you have your phone in a really good case, because nobody wants to break their phone. It's an excessive cost. It might be hard to find places to repair your phone, especially if you have an iPhone. Apple stores can be few and far between, and you might have to like wait for a certain weekend to like go and have your phone replaced. So just make sure that you have actually, for all of your technologies, anything that you bring, just really good cases that are going to be durable and prevent any accidental damage. And then going off on the whole technology thing, in here is my beloved laptop. Some of you might not bring laptops, I guess, depending on if you have more of like an outdoorsy or like program, or maybe where you're going isn't as developed, so maybe you're not even going to have internet anyway. But I just wanted to bring up the case part. So you're going to be traveling a lot, wherever you put your laptop, I'm assuming in your carry-on. You just want to make sure it's protected and against being banged around and stuff. I mean, our laptops are everything, especially if you're going to be blogging and stuff for video editing or photo editing or anything. So make sure you just get a really protective case. This one is from Amazon. The brand is Runettes. I don't know, it was cheap. It's this like kind of pretty seafoam green color, and it has like a nice eggshell inside, so it's very sturdy, and it'll definitely add some extra protection to your laptop. So just keep in mind to perhaps buy a nice zippy case. And next up, sorry, it's in bubble wrap. This is just a little Polaroid camera. These got pretty popular over the past year or two. This is the Instax Mini 8 Polaroid camera, and pretty much it's just like a really cute thing to have. I mean, they don't take like terrific pictures, but it's really nice if you're into like memorabilia and like you want to take pictures of like friends or something really cool. And it'll kind of they're not too big, so if you have like a slightly larger like satchel or something and you want to take it, or you have one or want to get one, I don't know, I just think they're cute. You can print them out and you can give them to other people, you can date them. I just like the whole retro idea of having a Polaroid like this. And it's not too expensive. You can pretty much get them, I think, like honestly anywhere now. They're at like Best Buy, they're at I even see them at like Urban Outfitters and stuff. So take a look around, consider this if you're maybe not too into photography, but do like the I don't know, kind of fun like retro cute thing to do. And next up is this thing, which I guess I should take out because you can't see it, but this is just a portable battery. This is a little bit larger. Some of them are, you know, probably can fit in your pocket, but this one's more heavy duty. It's by Anchor. I got it off of Amazon. This one probably will recharge your phone. I think it was like, maybe 3 times. And it also like can charge iPads or whatever. This thing is just awesome because if your phone dies, it's, you know, and you're in the midst of traveling, it's never a pleasant thing. Or like if something else dies that you were using for entertainment and you have a few hours left of layover or something, that's probably really awful. So just make sure that you get a portable battery, because you never know when something's gonna die and you're gonna seriously be very regretful if you don't have one of these. They will come in handy very much. Let's see what else. So this is just a little notebook. This one's actually empty, but I think I got this on like a school sale. It's pretty cute. It says Carpe Diem. The reason why I'm just bringing up just like a nice notebook is because as much as we like online blogging and stuff, sometimes it's nice to have something more tangible to fill up. So there's a lot of travel journals out there that'll have like little dividers for tickets or things like that. But just to get like a notebook, and you know, you can write in it, or you can doodle in it, or you know, cut out things from newspapers, or you know, tape in brochures, stickers, things like that, and it'll really just create this like nice, really authentic and personal thing to look back on. So maybe consider one of these. There's also smaller notebooks that you could get that aren't so large, you know, like moleskin notebooks or anything. So, you know, maybe consider that as well. Let's see. So I think the rest of my stuff is more like travel based, bags and like going on the plane and stuff. So these are just headphones. They're really basic Sony headphones. I think they still sell them at Best Buy. They're like $20. The only reason why I bring these up is that most of us use, you know, just like pop in like Apple earbuds or whatever. But what's nice about these is that as much as the Apple earbuds are nice because they can just like fit in a pocket, they're really small, and this is a little more hefty, I suppose. If you have those earbuds in for like 6+ hours, your ears are really going to start hurting. So it's nice to have something that's just going to gently go over your ear and not add as much pressure. Because if you have those earbuds in for more than like 3 hours, if you've ever been like in a long car ride and stuff, they can get really sore. So maybe consider something that's more over the ears, just to save your ears some comfort. And speaking of comfort, the next thing, this doesn't look like much now, but it's an inflatable neck pillow. As hard as it is to go to sleep on a plane, it definitely is probably a good idea. I got this, you know, you can obviously get neck pillows that are already filled up with like beads or memory foam or whatever, but I liked this because it was very space saving. So you can just, you know, like roll this up and tuck it back into your backpack or whatever. But you know, the whole thing, if it was blown up, it works really well. It's comfy, and then you even have like this little pocket where you can like probably stick in earbuds or something. And it's not too bad at inflating. I won't do it now because I'm pretty bad at it. But I think I got this either on Amazon or at TJ Maxx, and there it was pretty cheap. But I just preferred this because it really just saved a lot of space. Let's see. So this is just your average zip up carry-on liquids bag. I think I got this one from I'm blanking, from TJ Maxx. They're everywhere. They're at CVS, they're online, they're like, you can get these anywhere really. Or you can also just use some trusty Ziploc quart bags if you really don't want to like spend any extra money. When you're packing your liquids bag, aside from keeping in the requirements, I also kept in mind like, you know, in the rare case that like your checked bag like doesn't follow you to your destination right away, and you're like a couple days without your bag, I was thinking, oh, like what would I need while I was in travel, or if I didn't have my checked bag when I get there, what can I do? So I put in some antibacterial hand soap because that's just really useful. Put in a Tide to Go pen, dry shampoo, and some like shampoo and conditioner. And then what I really just bought this bag for, to be honest, were these little containers. These, you can put really anything in there. You could, this was like face moisturizer I put in. Another one I think had makeup in it, or things like that. And it was just easier to store those in the little containers. So yeah, and I also put in actually some hand cream because plants can be really drying. So yeah, there is my liquids bag. And then the other thing that I would suggest for those of you that really like to wear makeup every day, if you don't, you can probably ignore this, but I have like tons of makeup palettes. I did this actually recently, but this is what I would suggest. If you just like get have you ever heard of depotting, which is essentially just, carving out, popping out the little palettes and then sticking them in a magnetic one. This will consolidate all of your palettes. So if you're really stuck on like, oh no, like what shadows do I bring, and you want to bring like 6 palettes, like it's a lot of it's a lot of space to sacrifice, and it eventually will all, like the weight will all add up. So definitely think into depotting and consolidating all of your shadows into one thing if you really are like huge into makeup. This is a Tarte C palette that I got for Christmas, and what I did was I put in Urban Decay Naked 2, and then I put in the whole Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and Urban Decay Smoky, and some random, I think they were like Urban Decay from like a Vice palette or something. Anyway, this fit like a lot. It fit 3 palettes and then some. So definitely think about this. And the last thing that is over here is, this is like really silly, but it's just like a clear bottle of nail polish. It's really the only one I could grab like right off the bat. The only thing I'm suggesting this for those of you who wear nail polish a lot, is that certain areas nail polish can be like ridiculously expensive, like $10 to $15. And I mean, here in the US it's already expensive enough, it's like $6 to $8. But if you wear nail polish a lot, think of just bringing, I'm not saying to bring like a whole box of it, but maybe bring like one of your favorite nail colors, just so you don't have to sacrifice $10 to $15 on a bottle of nail polish, which would kind of not be too fun if you're like concerned about money and want to save and stuff. So just maybe tuck one into a little Ziploc bag in your checked luggage. Okay, now to the good part. A lot of this other stuff is like bag related, traveling and stuff. So what should I do first? Actually, I'll do this. This is just a piece of clothing. This is really, I guess, for people who enjoy wearing dresses. Actually, is it inside out? Yeah, it is. Whatever. So this is it. This is like a little t-shirt dress. The reason why I just brought this out is because I think like one of the hardest things to pack was clothes. Like if you're going away for anywhere from 3 to 10 months is like a really nerve-wracking thing, and you're afraid of like, oh, like what if I don't bring this and then I need it, and coordinating outfits for that long is like really daunting. And what I suggest about t-shirt dresses is that they're comfy for one. The other thing is they can be easily dressed down or up, and they can like fare in a bunch of different seasons. So you could take this and then wear some like nice fleece tights, and put like a cardigan over it and like socks and boots, and you'll still be pretty warm with like a like a parka or whatever if it's in the winter and it's pretty cold. Or in the summer you just throw this on with a pair of sandals, and you can dress it up with necklaces and nice, do your hair nice and stuff. Or you could wear it more casually with sneakers even. So that's what I really liked about t-shirt dresses, that they're really versatile and really effortless. If you just want to look nice for the day, they're just like super simple. And the more you have of these, they're just kind of like whole outfits, and you can change them up with different scarves and sweaters. So it'll really turn, this one dress can be, I don't know, probably like 7 different outfits. And then this is the other article of clothing I brought. Well, not the only article of clothing, but this is just a jacket. It's a windbreaker. Nothing really that special. But this wrap's super tiny. I can't remember. This might like zip up in on itself. It's a Columbia jacket. It was really cheap. I think I got it for Christmas, but this thing was like, I bought it a little bit bigger. I could throw it over. I have like a leather jacket that I brought, so I could throw it over that if it was raining really hard. This is also just something that you can roll up really small, tuck in your purse on a spring or summer day where it might rain. And so it's just really light. This really just depends on what your climate is like. If it's temperate or very rainy, maybe you want something like this. If you're going somewhere where it's just going to be bright and beautiful or dry, you know, maybe you don't need it. But for those where it could rain pretty frequently, you know, definitely look into just a nice small portable rain jacket. And then this is the last article of clothing. These are my Nike Roches. They are a little worse for wear, I suppose. But these are just, you know, I'm just suggesting to bring a really good pair of walking shoes that you know are really comfy. Nike Roches I just thought were like stylish. You can, again, dress them kind of up and like down, obviously, because they're just sneakers, but they look good in like a bunch of different outfits, like leather pants or leggings. Those look cool. You can wear them with dresses, actually, to be honest, like that t-shirt dress that I just showed you guys. You can wear with that. They're just comfy, they're reliable, and yeah, you really got to bring a good pair of walking shoes that you like, and ones that probably have arch support. I do, for example, personally wear like a lot of Vans, but after a day of walking, your feet are gonna kill you. So definitely bring some nice walking or running shoes. Okay, so this is my ride or die backpack. It has seen better days. I actually use it right now for a school bag, so it's getting pretty beat up. But it's a Fjäril, I'm sorry, I'm gonna really mess up this name. Fjäril Raven Konkin backpack. I think it's like version 2 because it has the leather detailing. So what's so awesome about this backpack? You can use it, for example, for your personal bag, and it actually fits a bunch of stuff in it. There's like a laptop sleeve. And there's this little pocket. It actually fits a decent amount of stuff. I put like, I don't know, I think I put like rolls of film in there and stuff. There's like a little water bottle bag. And what's really unique about this backpack and why I suggest people using it, it's really good for everyday use. So you obviously have the backpack straps in the back because it can, you know, it'll probably be mostly worn as a backpack. What you can actually do is tighten these straps, and they're these little, I don't know, they just clip in together, you know, like push buttons. And then you can take these brown, like satchel straps and use it as like an arm bag. And what's so good about that is sometimes in really crowded areas, or if you're in like metro area or like trains and stuff or buses, you know, hopefully it doesn't happen, but it does, and people will have their backpacks slashed because they could, you know, if you're in a really crowded area or like, you know, tons of people are walking behind you or by you, and you can't see your bag. So people will like slash open your backpack, or there's a chance of it. And so if you're not like feeling comfortable with having your backpack like behind you at the time, this has like a nice little arm thing that you can just stick it in, and it kind of like wears like a purse a little bit. And there you go, it's like right in front of you. And the other thing I liked about it was, oh no, I'm gonna mess this up. I think it might be, it's either like I don't know, I'm gonna be wrong about it, but it's either like a Finnish or Swedish brand backpack, I think. I'm gonna have to double check that and probably correct myself. But, so I thought it was like, you know, cool, like, it's like Scandinavian or whatever, and maybe it'll be like a little bit more of a European look. I don't really know if they're popular there, like super popular there, but like I just thought it would, yeah, it would be cute. Anyway, so it was just super useful. It's just super useful to have, like, be able to like walk around like that in the airport too. So yeah. And the other bag that I brought is this little, oh, you can't see it. It's a little crossbody bag. This was like 20 bucks. Nothing special, but just a little bucket bag. Crossbody bags speak for themselves. Again, crossbody bags are nice because you wear it across yourself, right? Hard for people to take from you, God forbid that happens. There's a zip closure, so you can zip it closed. It's not like a magnetic closure where somebody can still slip their hand in, or if you move the bag, maybe something could still fall out with a magnetic closure. So it zips up, it's got a decent amount of space. You can move it to the front of you if you need to keep it on your bag, move it to the side, whatever. Then it's a little bit, easier if you're not really going to be lugging around tons of stuff. Just have a smaller bag on you. Okay, so this is more like packing related things. Again, I guess they all were, but especially these are Amazon Basic packing cubes. The two things that I recommend when you go to pack your check bag is to use packing cubes and to use the rolling method. That's what's going to save you the most amount of space. And trust me, these things help you amazingly. You can organize thus your cubes to be certain things. So, I'm going to put all of my undershirts and socks in this one, and then I'm going to put, for example, in this larger one, I think I put in all of my tops. They come in tons of different sizes. You can get them from Amazon pretty cheap. I think this one actually came from TJ Maxx. They're cheap. They are incredibly useful. They help you organize. Seriously, buy these packing cubes. And then this thing, the other packing method that I also recommend is possibly using the Space Saver bags. This right now has, I think like 2 bed sheets, like 2 fitted sheets, flat sheets, and then like maybe 1 pillowcase in it. And it just goes to show you, so that's like a lot of fabric, how thin it is. So these are really nice because, as I said just before, they do save space. So it'll help, save room in your bag. Although I just would keep in mind that even though you're saving room in your bag, doesn't mean that you can fit more in it, because it doesn't change the weight of the bag. So these can kind of lead you to overpack a bit. But it's still very useful if you want to bring jeans or some maybe thicker sweaters that are gonna, not roll too well, and it would do better being shrunk into a compression bag. And last but not least, this is my most favorite purchase, and this is the thing that I probably would implore anybody to get. It's a bit of an investment. They're not the cheapest thing in the world, but this is my Tortuga backpack. Tortuga is a company that designs its backpacks specifically based on travelers that are concerned about space saving, travelers that mostly backpack and aren't really going to check in luggage, and it's just really designed to be the most effective way to pack. It's literally designed to travel. It's designed for those short international bus flights that have really, really strict packing requirements, especially the ones that are like the budget flights, and are really picky about your carry-ons. So this one is I think it's since been discontinued, to be honest, but it's the Tortuga Lite. They did come out with, I think, like a different design. So there's like the regular size Tortuga, and then the Tortuga Lite is pretty much the same thing. It's just beneficial for those who are a bit smaller. I think they recommend that if you're like 5'4" or shorter with like a small stature, that you would get the light version, just because backpacks are supposed to sit at a certain point in your back, and they're supposed to sit comfortably so you can carry the weight well. But Tortuga designed this backpack so awesome. It's like the greatest thing in the world. it's been so useful for like a carry-on bag. For example, so first I'd like to show. So I'll give you a tour of the backpack a little bit. This is just a laptop sleeve, and then you have like a little secondary sleeve for like a tablet or maybe your charger. So that was really nice. The other thing to keep in mind that all of these bags, oh no, I can't see the back, whatever. Nice. All of these bags have these really useful zip locking zippers. So you can literally lock most of the compartments on this backpack for added security. And the other thing that's special about this backpack, now that it fell open, is that instead of this being like a top-loading backpack, it once you unzip it, it opens like a suitcase. This is really nice for access to something. Let's say you forgot that you left your phone charger in here and you're in the middle of the airport. Unzip it real quick, you grab it right out of your bag, and you're done. You don't have to search through like, a million different things to find what you're looking for. And then the other thing is it has these cute little packing straps. It has like a little more, I guess, like privacy portion for this, like most other suitcases do. I actually, when I packed this, I used these little packing cubes inside of here to make it more organized. And then it has a front thing. Actually, this is kind of silly that I'm going to mention this, but now that I see it, I did want to mention this. Make sure you bring a pen. Sometimes you have to fill out paperwork for customs and stuff, and you just never know when you need a pen to fill out things, and when you don't have one, you got to be like that guy that's like asking people to borrow a pen. But I digress. So it's got this handy little compartment, and then it has a top compartment as well, where you could, for example, I guess, put in your passport if you wanted, or you could place sunglasses up here, or a phone or something. And it also has a little water bottle holder. So yeah, this is this bag. It actually also will expand. The expanded part is actually unzippered right now. It fits. It actually, if you go on the website, it tells you all of its specifications and things that it does. But it does qualify for pretty strict international flights with their carry-on restrictions, as long as you don't have the expanded part out. So this thing is super useful, and yeah, just definitely consider it. I love this purchase. And then actually the other thing that I'll just mention right now, because this is useful, when you go to choose your luggage or luggage tags, if you haven't already, get stuff that is really unique. This bag is not unique. It's just a plain backpack. I guess the only difference is you're not really going to see many Tortugas out there. But, this little bright owl is like different. I didn't think anybody would really have it. And so that'll help you differentiate your bags as you get them out from the check thing, or out from overhead or somewhere, just so you can make sure that nobody accidentally takes your bag for a minute and you don't mistake your bag for someone else's. And that's about it. Please watch my 2 other videos that I'll be coming out with, and happy travels.